Hi, I'm Kelly Primo, and I am here at Vitale Homes, sitting here with Michael Vitale. So tell us, how did you get started in home building? What made you want to do this? I know you have a story of how you met your wife. Can you go into that in some detail?
Sure. I'm a former Italian army. I was 4 years in the army, and then 5 years as a state police officer, Italian state police officer. In 2006, a friend of mine asked me if I want to go with him in Florida. He has relatives in Dunedin, and in 2006 we came the first time. We had a blast. I love this country. I love Florida, and we came back in 2008, where my friend relatives were asking me if I was still single. And it's all the Italian couple. I love them. I call them Aunt Grace and Uncle Gino out of respect, because that's the way we were raised in Italy. And Aunt Grace asked me, "Are you still single? Because I want to introduce you to a sweet young lady." And I say, "Yes, but we don't do that stuff anymore in Italy." And it's like, "No, I just want to introduce to her." But long story short, she introduced me to this young lady, which wasn't my wife. And we end up to go, she invited me and my friend to go out in Tampa. She invited one of her friends, and her friend became my wife 1.5 years later. And when I moved in Florida, and my wife, Julie, she's a builder as well too. She's dedicated in commercial buildings and also development with her family. And being with her 1.5 years, after that, we decided to do a residential company where I'm managing mine and Julie company as a residential. And we start to build single family homes.
So when you came here from Italy, were you a builder in Italy, or you didn't start building right until you met Julie?
Correct. So summertime for Italian kids of my age were different than my kids today. Today we have a summer camp here, summer camp there, baseball, horseback riding. But when I was a kid, my summer camp was assistant barbershop. I was a mechanic, electrician, all kind of trades, because I remember when we were kids, you can be on the street all day long and play soccer and stuff like that. So we were spending our summer learning new trades, and one of that was in the electric field. And so I had something have done with construction, but the full immersion was when I came here in Florida and I met Julie.
So what made you want to work with her, and what did you love about building and the industry? Because I know you were doing just commercial at the time, right?
She's still doing just commercial. What I love is the fact that she does commercial and I do residential.
Was it your idea to do that?
No, actually, it was my father-in-law idea.
Oh, really? Okay.
So my father-in-law is he's like, "And look like you like what Julie's doing, right?" He's like, "Yeah, definitely." And he's basically the one that gave me the opportunity. He's like, we have, because my father-in-law is a land developer, Mike Corsi, and he had lots available that he was selling to other builders, and he put on a side 50 lots for me on the first community I started to build.
Oh, nice.
And I can go out there and start to build houses if I want. Less than I know, we put a company together, and I kind of was expecting some training. So
How did you get your training?
well, my training was
School of Hard Knocks. That's how I got my training.
the word of my father-in-law, where I can dress you up for business. The rest is on you. You go out there, you get your license. You can start with a construction manager, which we did, but it was for a really, really short time, and then I really had to go in and start myself. Obviously, it was, Julie already know how to do it, and he was, always there for any question I have and stuff like that. But I basically really, and I'm proud of it. I start and I dig the first hole for the building permit, and we start from the first house, which was my model center in that community. And I did have in my garage of that model center the color selection, a desk for my bookkeeper, and I had a desk for my sales representative inside the house.
Where was this community located?
It is in Pasco County on State Road 52, called Deerfield. The market wasn't that fast. There were other builders struggling at the time, but that was a good speed for me because I literally start to build houses by myself out there. So I know the inside and out of construction because I did that. And I thought that was, the challenge is to build a house. And then from there, well, I need to put yourself on the market out there. You can build beautiful houses, but if nobody knows that you are building those houses and where you're building those houses, then it's coming the marketing, then the sales team. So it basically is an add-on on everything we did. And today we are in 3 communities, hopefully more in the future.
What made you decide to be, because there's different types of builders. You can be a different types of builders, right? There's the tract builders who build for first-time home builders. You're building semi-custom homes. What made you did you start there? Did you building semi-custom, or did you have something different that you were doing and then came to this type of building?
Yeah, the idea was to not build on scattered lots, building community because it's more manageable. You can build many houses and it's just down on the same street in the same community. But you want to build a better quality homes from the get-go because you can go out there, you don't have a branded name yet. You go out there and you build a really inexpensive house where it transpires. When I see an expensive house, you can see also the quality goes down. I cannot be competitive with the big box builder trying to get to their level of construction or to even be less expensive. You can do that. So we decided to build a better home and appeal to people that don't want to have a big box build their house. So many things were going around in my brain. Is like, well, the paint is priced per square foot, so if I put the bigger baseboard in the house, the paint is still the same price. So those are the things where it's like, well, let's add this, let's add that. And well, why not you do this? Why don't you do that? So by the end of the day, we realized we were really having a solid, nice home, and all our options were on the base price versus if you go to another builder, you pay them as upgrades, which they charge you more for it.
Yes, they
so
do.
My houses, even at the base price, were already an upgrade house compared to somebody else. And that's where little by little customers that start to gain our trust. They liked our houses. Most of my customers in the beginning were people who knew about construction, and hands down, they were buying a house from me.
Yeah, that's a huge differentiator. I feel that a lot of home buyers need to be more educated on, especially when they're buying, their second, third home, their move-up buyers, they're buying a home like yours, because there's a lot of different builders that build in this category. But like you had mentioned, most of them are going to have an add-on for all the different things that you see. A lot of times when you go into a model home, like you're not getting that model home.
Right.
Like that model home is gonna have all these different, everything's an add-on. So it's nice to know that you have, I think, almost 40 different things that are included in your homes compared to other builders that maybe might have 10.
Correct. When I started, there were some builders where And I couldn't believe that because it doesn't cost much at all. Yes, a little bit different because I used to paint white ceiling and then a colored wall in the house. It was an add-on for other builders because the house, the standard price will come all white.
So you really had to pay extra for a different color paint than white?
That was,
That's an add-on?
yeah.
I
That
didn't
was
even know. That's crazy.
And I remember, so one of the difference with the other builder, I couldn't wrap my head around that, was the color paint. You know, I thought it was normal to just deliver a house with painted wall of whatever color the customer choose, because the paint is the same price. But for some builder, they will deliver the base price house with all one color, white. Because if you think about the painter need to go in there and spray the whole house, don't need to worry about doing the cut between the ceiling and the wall, don't need to clean the machine between one color and the other. Small things like that. It's like, why would you charge a customer for that? So we included that, and then we will include the higher baseboard besides than the little 2.5-inch one.
Oh, higher baseboards make such a difference in a house. And they charge a lot for the higher baseboards.
Yeah. Cabinets, 36-inch upper cabinets. They were so small, and a 9.4 feet ceiling. So we were 42-inch upper cabinets, crown molding. So we basically deliver to our customer a house that for our is like it need to be done in that way, just to get the bare minimum need to be done at our way. The rest of the builders, they were just giving you a shelter that then you need to finish and personalize after that.
So there's a big cost savings in that. Obviously, if they're going to build with you and they have all this included, I mean, that could be up to what, 75,000 or more in additional. Like you're giving them an options already included.
It depends the community where we are in. In the community like this one in Southern Hills, our houses start from the upper $700,000, and based on the houses and the lifestyle, we want to give our customers in here more. So I have a feature list that is by far one of the strongest feature list, and you can compare to any other builder in
Well, let's
here.
just give an example here, okay?
All right.
Perry Homes builds in here. Okay, we're in Southern Hills Plantation. That's the community that we're sitting in the model here, right here. So I think this is important so buyers can understand what that looks like. So a Perry home, they have maybe 10 things that they might include, and they have a certain price. And then you have your home, and you have all these 40, including the paint color.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
baseboards, the higher cabinets. You mentioned just a couple things, but I saw the list, and we're helping them with the marketing. There are literally like over 40 things on this list. I've never really seen that before with another semi-custom builder. So what's the cost differentiation there?
So we have a variety of builder in here, including Perry Home, which I believe is a nice builder, good builder, but the difference is on the way, the process of our construction. We really be careful, are paying attention to our construction. This community is a little tougher to build, but we know how to do it. They do have some of what I already include in this option list, but not all of it. So we are by far the best feature list. If you compare to another builder, we have almost the whole list that is above this other builder. Again, there are some builders that they will ask you an upgrade for those options. There are some builders that don't even have a chance to get this option in their house.
I think a lot of people don't realize that too, and that there's a huge cost savings by coming to you because they're getting a lot of these things already included.
But not only that, you know, some people, even we are all almost in the same price range. Some, they vary a little bit. They're trying to make their house a little less expensive, but there is no magic. There is no magic in construction. Less expensive means that they're putting less in your house. If you really want to go and check, you can get your floor plan. the literature that they're giving you, and you count how many windows one builder and another builder, I can't believe one guy that is in $900,000 has the same amount of window that I just have in the master bedroom out there. If you drive around and you count the windows around that house, there are 5, 6, some of them they're small fixed glass windows. And it's like, I can't believe these people are selling the house for that price with no windows.
You know, if you look around here, your windows, you have big windows everywhere.
But with windows come a nice thing. It's a nice thing.
Makes the home look bigger, also the
It's
bigger
bigger, natural lights,
More
but it's
open.
also heat gain, right? So these people are trying to make their house more efficient with not having too much heat gain with the amount of square feet glass that they put in the house, but we increase the insulation in the houses where we are more energy efficient and you enjoy the sunshine in your house.
Yeah, the energy efficiency thing is a huge thing as well, because if you have that included in your house, not only is it's expensive to get it added afterwards.
Yeah.
You're looking anywhere from 5 to 10 grand, maybe even more depending on the size of your house. And then on top of that, you have your energy bill that you're going to save on.
Of
So what's the
course.
average savings that someone will have on an energy bill in Vitale Homes home?
It varies because there are some people. We went away from just showing our customers what is the index rate, because the index rate is a number that goes from 130, where is the top, and going down the lower numbers, the better it is. But customers can have a feeling of how more efficient the house really is. So we have our power bill for this model that the lights are on 7 days per week, from 10 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and air conditioning, of course. In these models, 3,100 square feet, we probably spend less than $200.
What?
Yes, less than $200. So
That's
if you're in
insane.
a house like this, normally you will spend around $500. So you're saving $300 per month.
I live in a 3,000 square foot home about this size, my house, and our bill is like $700 to $800.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have double pane windows. We
We even
really
had it was a
insulate
custom
the
built. It was
house.
built a while. I mean, it's probably like a 10-year-old home by a custom builder, but obviously it doesn't have some of those energy saving features that you just mentioned.
Yeah, and it's insulation. We do
That's a big difference.
foam injection in our block wall. The block wall, has a cavity, and those cavities are being filled with insulation. On top of that, we put more insulation that goes between the drywall and the block wall. So if you really think about our block wall, between the drywall, the air chamber, the piece of insulation, another air chamber, the block, the foam, and also the block and the stucco in the house, it could be an R19. Just the insulation we injected on that wall is an R9, plus another, the 5 foil, which is also another thing that we had a study on with the insulation company. You want a house allowed to breathe in Florida, because the moisture you have in Florida, if you make the house too tight, it can produce mold inside your house. So this insulation is called 5 foil. It's a perforated aluminum foil, which has a rate of 4.1. So the houses are not only gaining in efficiency for the power bill, they're super quiet, because that insulation, other than the exterior wall, are making soundproof almost. They're helping the bug migration, so bugs are not coming in your house as well too. It's just a nice feature to have. It's behind the wall, nobody see it when you come and see the model, but when you go and see other models, you don't see it. But we explain our customer what is buried behind the wall, inside our concrete. That's make our
Right.
difference.
It's nice to have a quiet house too, where you can't hear other people in the rooms, because some houses, the walls are so, even the newer construction houses,
Right.
the walls are so thin, you can hear everything going on. where obviously if you have the right type of insulation, that doesn't happen.
Correct.
And your energy bills, and you're saving on all these different things. So most of the other builders don't include that. Is that an add-on, or it's
Correct.
just not even part of their?
Well, I don't know anyone that offer that as an option. I don't know almost anyone that does.
So it's not even offered as an option, and it's
Right.
included in the
Yes.
sales price of your
Yes.
home.
Yeah, it's included.
Okay.
It's like it start like this. It just what we build is what I would live in my house, the houses I built. So I know that you need that. Is no huge expense when you're doing it, but on the long run is a great thing to have. Now again, it's not a huge expense when you take that singularly. But when you add another not huge expense here and there, after 40 items you put in the house, is a big chunk of. But I'll do that all day long because I wouldn't deliver a house with less than we do. To me, that is the basic the house should have.
That's great. People really need to consider that. So talk to me, we're here at Southern Hills Plantations. Can you give us a bit, let us learn a little bit about your other two communities that you're building in right now.
Well, we are building in Hidden Ridge community, which is in Newport Richey on Ridge Road. We acquired a piece of land back in 2021, and we went through the process of the engineering. We self-developed the community, and we just finished a couple months ago our model center, and we have 5 inventory. It's a nice little community, 70 lots, one way in, one way out, and is a little bit bigger than average lots. They're 60 feet by 120, 160.
Wow, okay.
We also have 100 by 150 lots in
So
there.
you won't have to be right on top of your neighbor,
No,
like
yeah.
in most subdivisions these days.
You don't shake hands between windows.
Right.
No, yeah, we have that community in Hidden Ridge. It's really a nice community. It's on Ridge Road. It's like literally 5 minutes from the Suncoast Parkway, 30 minutes from Tampa Bay.
It's really nice, centrally located.
International Airport. Really nice. And then we are building also in Hernando County, like Southern Hills, and we are building on scattered lots in Royal Highlands. Nice, and never knew that it was so nice out there, because once I went explored, you can build on half-acre lot. There is no HOA, so for people that are sensitive about HOA, you can build your house, you can build your shed in the back. Nobody's going to tell you anything.
You have your RVs and your motorcycles.
Your toys.
Your boats in the front yard if you want.
Yeah. It's really nice. When I went out there, I thought that, because I knew some builders were building out there, but they were like builders in $300,000. Like, that is not in our lead to go and fight for houses where the price is so. So we went out there, but then I realized why was it. The houses were really small, no back porch, no front porch, no anything. It's just basically the house, 8 feet ceiling. It's like, that's why they were the price that they were. So it's like, I thought that area is in need of a nice homes, which there are some custom homes in there. We went out there, I built the model on Hexham Road. Once we finished that model, that is the nice part of that. We had people coming in. We just come over here because this is the nicest house we've been seeing in this area for years. They were just coming in because there were people already living in their house, but they just want to see that model. And as soon as we opened, we sold 4 houses, and there are people really happy about that option for people that don't want to be.
Yeah. You're selling really well in that community. What is the starting price point?
We start at, I believe it was
450?
420.
420.
Yeah.
So you can get what,
You
300?
can get a 1,900 square feet house, two-car garage, and start in the 420.
1,900 for 420.
But most of the houses that I build out there, we have few floor plan that we built, and people keep on buying them. It's like a Modena model, 2,700 square feet, three-car garage, 10 feet ceiling, really, really nice house, and they're just keep on buying them.
Nice.
It's a nice looking house.
The fact that you can get into a home for 450,000 and up, that nice of a semi-custom home
Yeah,
is a pretty good deal.
We had one of that has 2,700 square feet full, so option went above my standard option, and we probably set one of the record in that area with the VA loan, great VA customer, at $525,000, when everybody else were trying to stay in the 300, because they believe that to sell houses you need to be.
Yeah, but you have the move-up buyer. You know, not everybody wants to live in those smaller tract homes. So you have the people that they're growing, their families, their income's growing, so they're ready for that next level.
Right. And that's why we're doing so well out there.
And didn't you just win Parade of Homes out there as well?
Yeah, we won the Parade of Home Best Craftsmanship in Hernando County.
So we went. Italian craftsmanship going on right here. See.
I was surprised because we were up against custom builder, and there are so many local builders in the area that they've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, there's a lot of local builders in Hernando.
We just walked in, and they're really nice people, but we got the best award in craftsmanship, and proud of that. I mean, my construction manager that is covering this area is doing his job, is doing it right. He embraced my philosophy. He used to work for another builder, and we had to tune his vision to my vision on the way he used to work before and the way he's working now, and how detailed I want my houses. That, you know, we won that award. We're really proud of it.
Oh, you should be proud of it. So one last question. Besides now marketing being the favorite thing that you do, what is your most favorite thing about what you do, being a home builder?
I just like to meet people after they moved in the house. Everything that goes behind the business part of it is the way customers are approaching me, and they're loving making memory in their house. That is something that goes beyond anything to me. You know that they're raising a family, they're making memory on something you build. You build that cocoon of memories for them.
Oh yeah, so many memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be a really good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can see that. Well, great. Well, thank you so much for being on my first podcast back in a year.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.